Welcome back, friends, to the homestead. So fall feels like it's in the air. This is the second day I woke up and it was cold, and I'm looking down at the orchard and I see all the apples getting ready to pick. A lot of you folks were saying, fall, what are you talking about? I'm in South Texas and the heat index is 106. Things are different up here, that's for sure. We're zone 4. We have a short growing season and it just gets colder quicker up here. So today we're going to be processing firewood. All of the wood that we're going to be cutting today is going to be fir off the property. All of this stuff has been beetle kill. So we'll get that cut up and processed. I thought you guys might enjoy just coming and hanging out, and well, let's just get to work. I'll share my workflow here with you. So we'll be using the processor today. When we were in Germany for the first time, I remember going through the countryside, and one thing I love about Germany was how neat and orderly everything was. There was no wash machines in the broken down cars on blocks. Everything was very tidy. It made a really strong impression upon me, and I remember going by this farmer's land, and he had everything just cut to the exact lengths, and they were logging and neatly stacked, and I just marveled at that. You know, rather than just having everything everywhere, I learned from that, and it makes the process much more fun. You know, it always reminds me when I'm doing this here is like when I was a kid, I used to play with electric trains, and I had this train set that had the log carrying cars and the little crane, and everything was neat and orderly, and I feel sometimes the same way. You know, I'm just doing it on a big scale, but it is the same. It's kind of like, well, boys and their toys, right? They just get bigger and more expensive. So what we have over here is, you'll see the rounds. Those are rounds that are pieces that are too big to fit to the processor, so we cut those into 16-inch lengths, and Jack is going to be splitting those on the regular wood splitter. They won't fit to the processor. These are the ones that are ready to go up on the conveyor belt, limbed. Now over here are the ones that we cut yesterday, in addition to well, a few others, and these are still all limmy. So let's limb those and then cut them to length, and then we'll get everything staged, and then we can really make some hay. I forgot to pull the battery on the processor and it's dead, so let's get that charged up. The little Hondas, I think a lot of guys don't know this, have a built-in battery charger on the front. Maybe it's because they don't come with the accessory cord, but you can get this, and then there's a special plug here in the front that it'll plug into, and you can charge your batteries directly from this with an alligator clip, which is pretty handy when you're in remote areas and you can't run an extension cord to it. It's not fast, but we have plenty of other things to do in the meantime. My granddad worked as a mechanic his whole life, and to make a little extra money on the side, we used to go up and get permits and cut firewood, and he'd sell it and deliver it. And everything, of course, was done by hand. We didn't even have a splitter. If he could see this equipment today, he would just marvel. While that battery's charging, we'll go limb those furs and buck them up, get them ready. That's why I use a 32-inch bar, because I can work with a straight back. I don't have to get down and grovel on the ground. And because I'm not an East Coast sissy. All right, guys, we got the belt loaded up. The battery should be charged by now. Let's see if it'll fire up. Looks like that chain's a little loose. To tighten the chain up, it's just the same as your chainsaw. This is a bar that's similar, except for it's a harvester bar. It's a great big heavy duty one, large diameter chain. You just loosen these guys up here, then there's a set screw here on the back that we can turn that will tighten that up. Lock these down and we're good. Kind of interesting fact on the Dyna here is it doesn't use a bar oil. It actually uses the hydraulic fluid in the main reservoir to lubricate the bar. It uses a pretty small amount, and you just add to it every few months or so.